Hello, fellow risk takers, and welcome to my worst investment ever. Stories of loss to keep you winning. In our community, we know that to win in investing, you must take risk, but to win big, you've got to reduce it. To join our community, go to myworstinvestmentever.com and receive the risk reduction checklist I created from the lessons I've learned from all my guests, and get my weekly email to help you increase your investment return. Also, in the community, you can get a super special podcast listener discount on my 6-week valuation masterclass bootcamp. This bootcamp is for those who want to learn exactly how to value companies and like a pro and advance their career in finance. Go to myworstinvestmentever.com now to join our community for free. Fellow risk takers, this is your worst podcast host, Andrew Stotts from A Stotts Academy, and I'm here with featured guest, Chatchai Unrasmeewong. Chatchai, are you ready to rock?
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
Already.
You know, when I came to Thailand, I realized many years ago, I came to Thailand in 1992, Thai people have such long names that every Thai person has a nickname. So tell the audience your nickname.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. My full name is the Unrasmeewong. It's very hard to call in for the internationally. So, but you can call me in short Fair. My nickname is Fair. Yeah.
That's a great name. And you know, I think a lot of the nicknames in Thailand are quite fun. One of my best friends in Thailand, he was so good in Excel. And over his years of working with me, he's my business partner, Soncha, that he named his nickname for his son is Excel.
Excel.
So a little story about nicknames. Well, I want to introduce you to the audience. So ladies and gentlemen, Chatchai is a financial advisor in FINLAB, which is a financial advisor group that helps clients reach their financial goals.
Yeah.
He has a bachelor's degree in finance from Thailand's Chatchai University. And for 2 years after graduation, he worked as an assistant to the president of a private company. Then he pivoted to pursue his dream job of being a flight attendant. At that time, he also started his first business, which was a board game cafe. He has a passion, and his passion is to apply his experience from past careers, his knowledge, and his abilities to advise people to understand their financial life and achieve their financial goals. Chatchai, take a minute and fill in further tidbits about your life.
Yeah. As you heard from Mr. Andrew Stott, I'm graduate from Chatchai University in field of finance, and after that, I work as a assistant to the president of one of the private company, and that is the place, very good place to study and to gain the experience and to work and to gain more very important investment field, because after my graduation for 2 years, it's very good place for newbie in the working life.
Right. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you do at FINLAB and like what do you see when you see the customers or the clients or the people that come, you know, in Thailand to FINLAB and just that you experience? What are the troubles that they're facing and how do you help them?
Yeah. In Thailand, there is a few people that understand financial goals, and I think they want to plan their financial goal, but they don't know how to start, and they don't know how to get the asset and how to invest and how to protect their future, something like that. But they don't have something like they got the problem that they don't have enough money. But the money is not the point. I think if you don't have the money, you need to plan. Yeah. And so in Thailand, just 30% that people know about the financial. And it's I think my strong point is I graduate from the financial faculty. That's why I know earlier. I know before them. That's why I think I want to bring my knowledge to to give to the people as much as I can in Thailand.
Fantastic. Yeah, I know there's a lot of young people, they want to invest,
Yeah,
but they don't have the knowledge. Some of them, they rely on the wrong people and they get ripped off or they lose their money.
yeah,
And some of them just get sold a lot of products that could be
yeah,
high priced products.
yeah,
And then they just bounce around, unfortunately, and I've seen this in Thailand, I've seen this around Asia in particular, that it's really a challenge. So I think what you're doing is a great service to try to help guide people, to build their own financial independence. So that's great.
yes.
Well, now it's time to share your worst investment ever. And since no one
Yeah.
ever goes into their worst investment thinking it will be, take a little bit of time to tell us about the circumstances leading up to your story, and then tell us how it went.
Yeah. I want to share that my favorite hobby is the board game. I'm very loving it in board game. I play the board game since I was young, since I just 3 years old. And when I grow up, when I study in the university, I have some friend. I have the group that play the board game with me. So I'm loving it very much because board game can teach me anything. Can teach me how to manage the resource and how to win and how to lose. Yeah, and so I'm very loving board game, and I love in the atmosphere in the cafe. So I can say that board game is my passionate, and I want to gain more return and more income from the one that I very passionate on it. So I try to talk with my university friend that very close to me, and I invite him to invest together with me to be the partner. Let's something like a 50-50 share, something like that. And because in his home there was many board game. So if we would like to start, we don't need to invest much because we already have the resource. Yeah. So I think we can just walk around and to find a place to find a good place to rent or to buy something like that, and to start the cafe. But and on that time I don't have any much money, and so I come to talk to my mother to something borrow her money around 70,000 baht is same as the something 3,000,
Like
3,000.
roughly 2,000 US, a little bit more
Yeah,
than 2,000
yeah.
US dollars. That's a
Yeah,
lot of money.
yeah. It's a lot of money for the just 25 years old guys in Thailand. But I love in board game and I want to try on this. So I came to talk with my friend to be the partner, and I borrow the money from my mother, and I just walk around that. Well, where can I rent the space? Where can I rent the space to put the table? To put the table is around 3 feet long, and yeah, the table that 3 feet long and around 5 to 6 tables. Just put in it, and we already have the board games.
Yep.
That's why I want to try on this, and I'm looking for the place that need to be close to the university and the school, because from my experience, when I play board game with my friends in the cafe, I need to go to the place that around next to the university. So I have the idea that, oh, if I want to invest, if I want to be the board game cafe owner, I need to open the board game cafe around the university, something like that.
So was it difficult to find a location?
A bit difficult because the big university in Thailand, there were many board game cafe already. So I need to go to the second tier of the university that not big enough.
Mm.
That the student is not it's not more and more. So I need to go to the second tier that school are smaller than the university that I studied. Yeah.
So then it was your plan then had to change a little bit because you maybe weren't going to get as many students, or what was it like once you went to the second tier or to that location?
Yeah, smaller, something like that.
And so were you able to set up the location and get it going?
Yeah, I already got the place. I already got the place and I signed the contract around 1 year contract. Let's say 12 months. And I need to pay in advance around 3 months deposit, something like that. But when I signed the contract, I check the information. I stay around there for 1 month to check how many people around there, how many students around there, and after their school time, their university time, where they go and what they did after the study time. So I try to study. I try to talk with them. After your school day, what you gonna do? Something like that. And I think it's very quite challenging with me because the smaller side of the university and the nature of the people around there after their school life and after their working day, they come back to their home and to spend that time with another hobby. So I think it's very challenge to me to persuade them to bring them to be my customer to join the board game cafe. So I think it's very challenge.
And you did this, let's call it market research.
Yeah, market research.
Before or after you signed the contract?
Yeah, I did it, but just only 1 month. Yeah, I joined the cafe around there. I sit in the restaurant and see the people and talk to them. Yeah, and I did the market research for 1 month.
So then what happened?
After my market research, I think I can do this because there was no board game cafe around there. So I think if I want to invest, if I want to go, I think maybe I am the first one. I can take the top of the cake, something like that.
Right. And so you started, and then what happened?
Yeah, after my first deposit and first initial investment, in the first month, I think it's very quite interesting to me because the student very excited because there was no good board game cafe around there, and many students come to my cafe, and it's very peak for in the first month, which is very peak, full of the table. And yeah, I'm very tired. Because I need to operate by myself first, and my partner, my friend, he got a job already. He got a permanent job 8 to 5. That's why he cannot take care of the cafe much. So I need to be the one who take care on the cafe. And the first month is very peak, but the second month is the nightmare.
What happened?
Yeah, because on the graduation, the semester period, when I signed the contract in Thailand, the semester period is going to be take around 4 months. But when I signed the contract, the time already passed for 2 months. For the first month, I peak, and the second month, that would be the last month of the semester. The student need to study more and more. After that school life, they need to come back to their home and study, to read a book, to review the lesson, something like that. So it is very hard to go to board game and to spend that time. and yeah, the second month is my nightmare, and it's very go very to the worst, because after the semester is a holiday, right? And the holiday is going to be take around 3 months.
Wow.
It's like the winter for me. So the summer come in for the first month, and the fall come to the come to the second month of me, and the next 3 months is very worse for me. It's like the winter. That's why how can I survive on this? Because I just gain the income just only first month. It's very peak to me, and after that, how can I survive? Because my major clients, my major customer, they didn't go to the university and to spend time around there. They just come back to their home and to stay in their home. So 3 months is very long, but I try to be online, to post the Facebook, to broadcast, to sponsor the Facebook, to launch the project on the Facebook, to invite the people that didn't stay around there to join, to be my customer from the another place into the next area, something like that, because the student already gone, and I try to be on the Facebook and to post and to bring the promotion. But it's very tough to me because it's the winter and I didn't spare my food enough.
So how long did you last? What happened in the end?
Yeah, and I can stay for 3 months after that. That would be my 5th month, right? And after the semester end, the semester come to start again, and spring come back to me. But it's quite hard for me as well, because I need to go to the to do the physically advertisement, to bring the customer, and to bring the student, and to bring the one who want to play the board game to come back to me after the semester end. When the semester start, I feel that they enjoy on their new class, something like that. But okay, it's fine. But I think it's when the people come back again, I go to do the physically advertisement, to go to the intersection, something like that, and to give the flyer as much as many as I can, to notice them that the board game cafe come back, and you already come back, the board game cafe come back again, you can enjoy your time after your school. Yeah. And yeah, I very it's very quite interesting to me to come back to your to their university.
And what happened when was the moment that you knew you had to let it go?
First I try to fight as strong as I can, as many as I can. I try to go to the intersection and to get the flyer, right? And I try very hard to bring that come back again, but it's 5 months and just keep only 1 month. And my partner that already got the job, they came to talk to he came to talk to me that fair, I saw you very try, because and I didn't support you enough, but I know that you try very hard to bring the customer back to the cafe again. But I think it's time to something like stop loss, something like to because I can share more time with you, because I already got a job and I need to come back to, and after my after his working time, working period, he cannot afford anymore, something like that. He need to come back to the home and to rest, something like that. And
how did you feel when he said that? Did you feel relieved, like, okay, you're right? Or did you say, no, we can fight?
No. I think we can fight, because it's just 5 months. I believe that 5 months is too short to stop, something like that. And in in the shareholders it's 50-50, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's 50-50, but in fact he has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend his girlfriend come to talk to me, and maybe when we have the meeting on owner meeting, she always join, and I think it's good that we got more opinion from the lady.
Yep.
Yeah, and maybe in more detail something like that, but in fact 50-50. But wow, when we start the meeting and when we want something, is 3 people. So my voice just 33%.
Right.
Yeah, and another 66% is belong to my friend and
Yep.
and his girlfriend. But I feel okay because actually the girl, she was my friend as well. But when we work together, I think my voice is less. So
Right.
when another 66% come to talk to me to stop, I cannot say anything more because my voice is it's smaller than them.
So how would you describe the lessons that you learned from this?
Yeah.
I know this is important because there's a lot of people in Thailand that want to set up the cafe, the coffee shop, the board, game cafe. It's a dream. Bakery.
Yeah, it's a
but
dream.
it's much harder than what people think. What lessons did you learn?
Yeah. The lesson that I learned is, I think you need to make sure to make sure that your information you got before your investment is very, very important. I think for I did the market research for 1 month. I think it's enough, but actually it's not. I think it's very, very big gap that I think I need to spend more time before investment, just maybe 3 months or 6 months to study more, to know the people more, and to gain more information before I make a decision to sign the contract to rent the space, because the space contract is very, very long for me because it's a 12 months. But I did the market research just 1 month and I cannot calculate anything more precise. And then another part is, I think, the shareholder benefit. You need to sign contract, something like that, because you cannot believe that, oh, he's my friend and we believe in each other and we don't need to sign anything. But after his girlfriend pop up, I think the contract is very crucial, even we are the friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll share a couple things from what I learned. I wrote down a lot of notes from what you said. And there's a few things. First of all, I want to congratulate you on doing some research.
Yeah.
Many people who set up this type of business do no research.
Yeah.
They just find the location and then they just start. And the lesson that you taught us, I think, for everybody listening, is that do more research than you think.
Yes.
And, the idea is like, when you want to buy a house, go there at nighttime, go there when it's raining, see if it's flooding, if you really want to be successful, you've got to do a lot of research. And also, I set up a company together with my best friend in Thailand in 1995. And he and I now have known each other for about 40 years. We knew each other when we were young. And we set up that business 50-50 also in Thailand. He came to Thailand to live and run the business. And now it's 26 years later and he's still running the business.
Wow.
And we never really had any other major shareholders. We have, some friends and family and stuff like that. But he and I always, kept the relationship. And I think what I learned as a shareholder that was not, I wasn't employed by the company. The company is called Coffee Works, my coffee business in Thailand. But I always knew that as the outside shareholder, it's better it's not good for me to push him too hard. It's my job to give him some advice, not to push too hard, because I don't know all of the things that he's dealing with. And it sounds like your friend is actually pretty good, because just the fact that your friend came and said he saw that you were working so hard.
Yeah.
And he recognized that. Sometimes people just get mad in this type of situation. But I think, my best friend Dale and I have managed to have this friendship and this ownership in the business. But I think the point that you make is a shareholder agreement, and it's a critical point. But nothing wrong with writing down an agreement between you. And even in our case, what we wanted to also agree upon is that as the business now got bigger, what happens if something happened to one of us? What's our plan for our share?
Yeah.
And so that type of thing we can put into the shareholder agreement. And we don't need a lot of lawyers or anything like that. We can just say, this is what we want, and agree upon it. And in our case, it's a little different, because let's say our families are in the US and we're in Thailand. A lot of times if something happened to somebody, their ownership or their shares would go maybe to their family. But we agreed that our shares would go to the other person, between the two of us, if something happened to us. So I think that's the second thing, is this making it clear amongst the shareholders. I think that's a major thing. There's a third thing that I just want to mention, and I think you did a pretty good job of doing some research. I've seen a lot of cases, and I see it particularly in the coffee industry, where people say that they're going to set up a coffee shop, and I asked them, because they want us to supply them with the machine and the coffee. We asked them, where is your coffee shop? They said, well, my uncle has a shop. My uncle has a building, and we're going to just do it in there. And I just know that it's going to fail in most cases, because location is so critical.
Location is critical.
And so I think the lesson, in this case, you already had to go down to the second tier location you talked about. But I think I just want to reiterate to everybody listening that when you're looking at doing any type of retail thing, you really, really, really need to do that research, and particularly look at the location. Don't get tied into any one location. Is there anything that you would add to that, my takeaways?
But I just want to share something, that after the separation, my partner, he sold all the board game out. I'm very, very surprised that, why you sold the board game out? Because my fault. I cannot operate the cafe good enough, and I'm very feel guilty, because we love in board game. Both of us love in board game very much, and I invite him to invest and to open the board game cafe, and something like we collapsed. And after our separation, he sold the board game out and feel guilty, because he need to sell the one that he loved. And this and right now I think I just shut down the board game cafe for 3 to 4 years, something like that. And I came to talk to him that am I the one of the reason that you need to sell the board game out? And he answered me that, no need to worry, Fair. It's not about you. It's not it's not about you. I just want to solve it now because I'm sick of it, something like that. And
That's
and fair. Yes. But I still feel guilty. Feel guilty.
Well, maybe he just needed to get away from it and start a new chapter in his life. So based upon what you learned from this story and what you continue to learn in your life, what one action would you recommend our listeners take to avoid suffering the same fate?
I think investment in anything is very, very good and very, very important on this time and for the future as well. But before you do any investment, you need to spend more time to study more and more, because you cannot you can gain the benefit and the income as much as the knowledge that you have.
Great
advice. And I think in another side, if if you want to invest, if you want to invest and you make sure you can go. But if you're unsure and if you feel insecure, but you still want to invest, you should not lend or borrow the money. Because from my experience, the good side is I borrow, but I borrow from my mom that she didn't charge me any interest. But if you go to the bank, if you go to maybe the loaner, something like that, you need to pay the interest.
Yep. All right. Last question. What's your number one goal for the next 12 months?
Yeah. For my next 12-month goal is I think I want to plan the financial goals from my experience, from my knowledge. I want to bring my knowledge, to bring my ability, to bring my experience to the people, and to protect them, and to guide them, and to maybe to sit around them, to share him up, to share them up as much as I can, because I think in this situation in Thailand is very, very hard and depressed. I want to talk to the people, to share them that to talk to them that is all people meet this hard situation, but I want to be the one to sit around them, to talk to them that I think it's going to be better after COVID-19.
Great. And that's part of what you're doing here on the podcast.
Yeah.
My mother said in the past that tough times never last.
Wow.
Tough people do.
Yeah.
So let's make sure that we're tough.
Yeah. It's tough, but it's going to be better.
Yeah. Well, listeners, there you have it. Another story of loss to keep you winning. My number one goal for the next 12 months is to help you, my listener, reduce risk and increase return in your life. To achieve this, I've created our community at myworstinvestmentever.com. So join and get that special discount to my 6-week valuation masterclass boot camp. As we conclude FAIR, I want to thank you again for coming on the show. And on behalf of A Stotts Academy, I hereby award you alumni status for turning your worst investment ever into your best teaching moment. Do you have any parting words for the audience?
I'm sorry, again, please.
What will you say to the audience?
Yeah, I think this is my worst investment ever, and you already got my experience, and I think you can learn from this, and you're gonna be better.
Great, fantastic. And that's a wrap on another great story to help us create, grow, and protect our wealth, fellow risk takers. This is your worst podcast host, Andrew Stott, saying, I'll see you on the upside.